Let me ask you a question. Do you need to buy predicted past exam papers to pass the UK GCSE mathematics for June 2026? Do you need to buy a predicted paper? That's the topic today that I'm going to discuss with you. I've put some points together to tell you what exactly or what actually helps you to pass. You need to understand the exam content and the key topics in mathematics: algebra, geometry, statistics. And it doesn't matter which exam board, Edexcel, AQA, or OCR, or WJEC. To pass the exams, you need past exam papers. And you need their mark schemes. You go through those past exam papers and their mark schemes, you're ready for your exams. Past exam papers, they show you the real questions and how the marks are awarded. And that is why I have put this booklet together. It contains past exam papers, 21 past exam papers. Very few students will complete these past exam papers before their exams. But if you can complete at least 80% or all of it, you guarantee your grade 7, 8, or 9. And then once you've completed the past exam papers, you've checked the answers with the mark schemes, and you get them correct, and then you're ready for your exams. If you have more time, and then you can buy practice predicted papers. That's when you can go and buy predicted papers, because you want to get more papers to practice. But there's no need using predicted papers if you haven't finished the real papers itself. Remember, predicted papers have been written by people who look at the real papers itself and they use it for predicting. So there's no need for that if you haven't finished this one. So you can contact me, you order yourself a copy, put them together. It's nicely in a pile. That's the best way to have them, because you can check and know which one you have finished. If you've done a quadratic there, you can flick through and look for another quadratic to do similar, flick through to do similar. If you don't have them together, you have things all over the place and you forget them in school, finding them and things like that. Have them in one place so you can quickly see what you have covered and what you haven't covered. So that's very, very important. Once you finish it and you're happy with it, you can go ahead now and start to buy more questions from predicted papers. To pass the exam at top grades, you need to practice regularly, because some of the questions are tough. And if you do it once, you might forget the method. So to remember it, you need to do more of these questions. You need to practice regularly. Don't try and do it only in one lesson or 2 lessons. And then you can pick the ones that you struggle with and practice them over and over. Another thing which I know it helps students, the revision guides which are written by the exam board. Those revision guides are very good because they give you a summary of the important things that you need to learn. And they put it in the exact words and phrases. And the formula is there written neatly. So get yourself a revision guide so that you can read it quickly. And then you do questions you check. And of course, you can contact professional tutors like myself or any other tutor to help you to explain some of the topics so that it will get stuck in your head and you would easily remember it. So when you hear students say, "Oh, I got it. It's easy," that is when you know somebody who is an expert or somebody has really helped you to understand it. And that is the best way to succeed in your GCSE exams. You have to get it, you have to practice it and get to understand it very well to get those top grades. So this is my conclusion. What are predicted papers? Predicted papers are not official exam board papers. They are not official exam board papers. They are unofficial practice papers created by tutors or publishers that guess what might appear in an exam. So it's like a magician, but they are using statistics. They are looking through all the past exam papers. They make a frequency table and they'll tell you, oh, we had quadratics in the first year. We have quadratic next year. We have quadratic next year. We have quadratics. So this year you have quadratics. You can see that yourself when you have the booklet. So that's straightforward. And what else? Predicted papers are useful only if you have finished all the practice papers from the exam board. Because those are the people who said your exams, finish their own first, and then you can buy predicted paper for extra practice. And so past papers are much more reliable. If you haven't finished it, don't buy predicted papers. So there you go. Predicted papers, useful, but you must finish the real papers itself. And you get extra practice from predicted papers. You must get extra help from professional tutors or from your teachers in school to really help you understand the difficult questions. So don't forget, if you want the booklet, you can contact me on my number and order you a booklet, and then you can practice some of the exam papers under time conditions. Under 1.5 hours, you do time conditions and you get the marks and you mark it yourself. And that's how you do well in the exam. So good luck.